It's the Garden Room DIYary, and that beautiful sunlight is hitting me. Whoa! From the roof light in there. We got the roof joists on, we got the noggins in, we got the fairings up, these little angle bits, and the bit I didn't film was the upstand. Today, I've got young Jacob coming round, my nephew, to give me a hand. We're going to be sheathing the outside of this. There is still a little wibble wobble on that. Wibble wobble. We're going to put the sheathing on, and now when that goes on, that acts as bracing all the way around that. So I'm hoping when that's up, this will be absolutely rigid. We're going to start by sheathing the top all the way around, right up to the top of the joists. Then I'll skirt around the bottom here, and then we'll end up on the roof doing that last. And I'll show you a canny way, because obviously we've got to go around the doors and we've got to go around the windows with this sheeting. I'll show you a canny way of doing that, whereby you get it on and then you cut those out after. There are a few little voids that are going to be created behind the sheeting that I won't be able to get to once it's on. So it's very important. I've got a load of basically rock wool insulation, the fibrous woolly insulation material. So for this area here, I'm going to pack that out now. Here is young Jacob. Here, do you want to wave to the adoring fans, Jake? All the adoring fans there. Oh yeah, he's my what are we calling you today? For the day. Assistant, yeah, not labourer, not labourer. No, he's got some skills. Has he got some skills? What skills are you bringing to the table? Sheer power, youth and exuberance. That's what he's got. And now when we put the sheeting on, we're screwing it on. And the rule of thumb is that we are going to use around the perimeter of the sheet. We're going to screw it every 6 inches where possible. On the interior of the sheet, we're going to screw it every 8 inches where possible. Obviously, we can't screw in between here because there's nothing there. Right, I've had to halt progress on the garden room build, haven't I? Because they've been sent home from school. Can you believe it? Come.
We haven't even had lunch yet.
They haven't even had lunch yet. Can you believe it? She's had a bit of a cough at school, so erring on the side of caution.
And me.
Oh, you've had a cough? What, at school?
No, I didn't cough at school.
I've had to down tools, pick up the DIY girls. We're just jogging home now, and then hopefully I can get. Riding, jogging, scooting, the whole works. Well, let's
need to go in the shed.
I know, we need to get back to the build, girls, don't we? Right, Jake's got the first sheet up there. What, is it something to do with the garden build? Is it something to do with the No, it's nothing to do with the garden room build. What? Look at this, everyone. Pink. You can see here, he's packed this out with the insulation. Yep. As well, so that's pre-done. That is absolute, just one sheet on there. Oh no, it's stiffened it up that way, but once we get these side sheets on, it's going to stiffen that up, isn't it? It will. If you're looking for a spare pair of hands, Jacob Coop.
073.
Was that a real number? I'll edit that out. So now this shit, ow, that hurt my ears. So I'm going to use nails as spacers, so literally just tapping them in, butted up against the side of that. I'm sure there's 101 different ways of doing this. This is mine and Jake's way. Offer the next sheet up like that. We know it's got a nice margin for expansion. Screw that in, take those out and use them again. Right. Jake and I have had to stop progress once again, haven't we, Jake?
Yes.
Why is that? Because Lee has turned up from Shaw's Glass. He's measuring up for the picture window at the end here and for the doorway there. So we're going to do it in aluminium, but Lee's just dropped a bombshell on me that to make sure it's strong enough and it doesn't wibble wobble all over the place, it needs to be a thicker glass, Lee, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, so what's it got to be?
6mm toughened.
He hasn't told me about prices yet, so I don't know. Don't know how twitchy I'm going to get about that. Go. Windows are being measured up, and he says he can have them here by tomorrow all fitted, which is brilliant news. Be better to have an aluminium door there rather than an OSB sheet.
I like the OSB.
Do you? Yeah, it's quite avant-garde, isn't it?
Cheaper as well.
Avant-garde. Yeah, no, not cheaper. There you go, we've sheeted up, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, ugh, idiots! He's boarded over the door and the window. Stupid boy. Well, actually, no, because what we're gonna be doing is routing these out to make sure that we get a really crisp finish against the timber frame. So what I'm gonna do is get the router out now and just run it all the way around. It was all going so well, and then the router bit broke. Window, the big window there, that's cut out. Doors cut out, as you just saw in my little time lapse. I'm a little bit panicked at the moment just because I'm time limited. There's some materials I need that I haven't got at the moment, and I really need before I can even roof it. And I really want to get it roofed before any rain comes. So yeah, so I'm sort of scrabbling around at all the odd jobs. I'm going to get this partition wall boarded up to here at least. Might even build the return shelf to show you up on the roof. I need to put some more strengthening in the roof just around the edges so that the sheet timber can screw down onto something. So that's where I've got to with that. It's up here. I thought I might as well show you what I'm doing, because this, you can see down there, this is that triangulator section I added to the back to get the little angle on the garden window to give me a lovely view of the house. But of course, I've used the furrings. I've had to put in as many joists in here and cut the furrings exactly the right spot so they line up with the rest of the furrings down there to get the right fall on that weird little angle. I'm making it up as I go because that is DIY, people. But you can see now I'm just adding some extra battens on the inside of this OSB boarding I'm putting on the walls just to strengthen up the top edge for when the roof, this boarding here, laps over and sits on it. It's going to give me something meatier to screw into. I'm just, like I say, I'm fiddling around doing little jobs, but they all do need doing. I've just been on the phone to the polycarbonate sheet company and I've ordered that. That was another 400 plus quid. It's adding up. It's adding up. I've had a canny idea, because I've just stuck the sheet material up square, but I do have to angle the very top of this roof just lightly, following the furrings. Again, keep talking about these furrings, but now I've put the battens on, these extra battens all the way along, I can follow these with my router. Here comes the whizzy bit. hard to decipher on camera, but that has worked a treat. Woo! Love it when you're winning. And I'm not having a good time with this roof. Don't know, the joists are just off. It all revolves around the skylight and how I've approached that. You can see where it's short there, so I've got to put extra slices on the top and then secure it from underneath. I'm having to batten out here between these joists all the way around. Because I haven't got the polycarbonate sheet yet, I've got to make up a bit of timber to run along the top edge here of these joists, which is going to be shallower. This is a bit hard to follow. It's going to be shallower than the trim edge of the rubber roof. I'm going to leave a 20mm gap behind it so that when the polycarbonate sheet comes, I can slip it up and under. There's good days and there's bad days. I think a lot of the pressure is just like me wanting to get it watertight before the weather changes. So it's sort of added stress really. Yeah, I just had an email from work as well saying we won't be travelling again. Work had just started up, thought this work was starting up. Work has now stopped starting up. It has now been suspended again. So, oh my God, the highs and the lows. Too much stress. I don't like stress. Right, what are we looking at here, DIY girl?
The tadpoles are coming up.
Look at
up the top.
our tadpoles. It's like a tadpole rave. Let's have a little look up here, see what I managed to achieve today through the skylight. Yeah, you can see on the skylight actually, it's quite subtle, but I just made a frame out of 4x2. Then I put the roof furrings on to get my angle, and then I've clad the side of it in OSB. So that is almost 70mm wide, which is what they asked for. There you go. This is the finished roof. All sanded. I'm going to give it a brush off in a mo. And in the morning, seeing as my house wrap, my Tyvek house wrap hasn't turned up yet, I can't do the trims for the edging of the roof, which I would like to do, but I will put the membrane down over this, over all of this tomorrow, and I will leave the edges to be finished once I've put the house wrap on. But at least if I just fold the membrane over the sides, it will be somewhat weatherproof, which would be nice. There we go. Well, that is the roof on, and I've got to be honest, probably my worst job so far. Not because it should have been, but because I made some rookie mistakes. Next time, I certainly won't order OSB at the end of the day when I'm absolutely knackered. I ordered 11mm OSB sheet. I should have used, I think, sorry, what's that, DIY girl? Oh, she's got a stew for me, so I better go. But I would have used 18mm tongue and groove. Don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, it's going to be fine. It's on. Next video, I'm going to put the rubber roofing on, get that in place. Thanks, sweetie. You just saw then I put a little bit of batten down this edge all the way down there. That is because that is going to be my gutter around the back. So that allows for the gutter drip from the rubber roof system. There you have it. Please remember to click, hit and subscribe to follow Ben's DIY diary. not looking bad. It's not looking bad at all. It's all right. There we go. There you go. There you go. There it is. We could even climb up the climbing. No, we'll do that next time. So there we go. Join me next time when we put the rubber roof on.